Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Your search ends here. Today we are going to deal the chapter 4 Albert Einstein School from your snapshots CBSE class 11th. Okay. So basically this chapter I will deal in two parts or in two videos. Part 1 is about the pages 4. Okay, so I will deal today till pages 4 and then rest of the pages in part 2. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, share and comment for the queries that you have regarding the video or regarding the chapter. Okay, so yes, this is the chapter that we are going to start with, Albert Einstein at school. Okay, so let's first go through the summary that what the chapter is all about and then we will read it. In this story, we learn about the father of modern physics. We all know Albert Einstein, he is a father of the modern physics. Albert Einstein is known all over for his valuable contributions to physics and the theory of relativity. However, this story brings forth his school days which were not that pleasant. Okay. Naturally, everyone must think that such a genius mind would have excelled at school, but it wasn't so when he was in school. So basically this is a type of motivational story also for the student who do not get better marks in their school school sessions and their school life, but that doesn't mean that they would not able to do also anything in their life. Okay, like the example is here with you, Albert Einstein. So next time, don't get yourself demotivated by seeing your report card with the less percentage compared to others. Okay. Naturally, everyone must think that such a genius mind would have excelled at school, but it wasn't so when he was in school. The story begins with young Albert being in his history class. The teacher asked him about a certain date, to which Albert admits that it is pointless to memorize dates. He was of the thinking that he can flip through the pages whenever he wants to know the date about something. Thus, he did not believe in mugging up facts. Consequently, we learn that Albert does not like school as it adopts traditional methods of teaching. He dislikes the conventional forms of education. Similarly, the teachers also don't have much liking to him. They consider him a disgrace, and the history teacher especially did not like him. When this incident happens in the history class, the teacher gets irritated and asks him to leave. Einstein did not like his home too, as he was not comfortable there. In fact, Einstein did not like school to an extent that he thought of never passing the exams to get the school diploma. As he likes science, he wishes he could study just the subject only. Moreover, he does not understand the reason why he needs to study other subjects where his interest does not lie. After that, they sent him to Munich and the story repeated there too. Albert did not take any interest there and was also only wasting his father's money. He now has an epiphany of giving up a school together, so he asked his friend Yuri to arrange for a doctor. He plans to ask the doctor to write him off as a lunatic not fit for the school. Upon meeting the doctor, Albert confesses his love for mathematics. After that, the headmaster calls him and reveals shocking news to him. He tells Albert that due to his behavior, they are asking him to leave school. They feel that his behavior disturbs the environment for studying. It was surprising for Albert as he was ready to present the medical report, but before that, only the school rusticated him. Thus, he leaves the school without even looking back and only meets Yuri, who bids him farewell and wishes him luck for his future. Now, conclusion of Albert Einstein at school. To sum up Albert Einstein at school summary, we learn even the most genius minds did not have an easy life, and it is the struggle that makes us what we are. Okay, so anytime you have such things into your life, like you have to struggle a lot. So don't get worried. Everyone has to struggle, and if you have to reach at a point where everyone should recognize you, then you must have to do struggles. So now we come up to the text after getting the summary and the synopsis about the chapter, that what are the points that the chapter will be covered upon. So this is basically a light upon the chapter, but you have to go through the chapter very carefully to answer the MCQs and the little bit details while writing the question and answer. So without wasting time, we move on to the reading of the chapter. Okay, so the story begins with the conversation between Albert Einstein and his history teacher. Remember the teacher's subject, history teacher. In what year, Einstein, asked the history teacher, did the Prussians defeat the French at Waterloo? I don't know, sir. Why don't you know? You have been told it often enough. I must have forgotten. Did you ever try to learn? Asked Mr. Brown. No, sir, Albert replied with his usual unthinking honesty. Why not? I can't see any point in learning dates. One can always look them up in a book. Mr. Brown was speechless for a few moments. You amaze me, Einstein, he said at last. Don't you realize that one can always look most things up in books? That applies to all the facts you learn at school? Yes, sir. Then I suppose you don't see any point in learning facts. Frankly, sir, I don't, said Albert. Then you don't believe in education at all? Oh, yes, sir, I do. I don't think learning facts is education. Okay, so for him, the correct definition for education is not just to learn the facts, but it is more than this. Okay. In that case, said the history teacher with heavy sarcasm, I hope you all know कि उन्होंने हंसी मजाक में बोला, यानी एक तंज कसने के रूप में. Perhaps you will be so kind as to tell the class the Einstein theory of education. That's enough, Albert flushed. I think it's not facts that matter. So that's basically the correct meaning according to Albert Einstein the education has. So education according to Albert Einstein is not limited to learning the facts, but it is more than that. And the more is facts that matter. It's not that facts that matter, but ideas. So he emphasizing on ideas then to the memorization of the facts. He said, I don't see the point in learning the dates of battles or even which of the armies killed more men. I had been more interested in learning why those soldiers were trying to kill each other. That's enough. Mr. Brown's eyes were cold and cruel. We don't want a lecture from you, Einstein. You will stay in for an extra period today. Although I don't imagine it will do you much good. It won't do the school any good either. You are a disgrace. Okay, so in the summary also I discussed this point that the teacher used to hate Albert Einstein anywhere, and you can say that they do not like him basically. I don't know why you continue to come. It's not my wish, Albert pointed out. So Albert confessed that he was not anywhere interested in the school learning and the way school teaches students. He was not at all interested on that process. So he says, it's not my wish, sir. Then you are an ungrateful boy and ought to be ashamed of yourself. I suggest you ask your father to take you away. Okay, so as we already know that the teacher don't like Albert Einstein, and that may be because the both are having different perspective regarding the education. A history teacher would always emphasize on memorizing the dates of the battles and anything that happens into the past. But whereas when we talk about Einstein, he was not at all interested knowing when they fought the battle, more men died in which side. He was not at all interested on that process, but he was just interested on the point that why that battle happened, what's the reason behind it. And I think you all know that the science is about why only. Anything that you want to know that why this happens, you need to focus upon the scientific facts. Okay, so therefore he is more interested on science and not the subject like social science. Okay, Albert felt miserable when he left school that afternoon. Not that it had been a bad day, most days were bad now. Anyway, but because he had to go back to the hateful place the next morning. We already know that he used to even he doesn't like to go to his home also. He only wished his father would take him away, but there was no point in even asking. He knew what the answer would be. He would have to stay until he had taken his diploma. So that's what the parent expect from each of you as a student, that you must have qualified from your school with the good grades and with everything good at your mark sheet. Okay, and similarly this was the trend when the Einstein also in the school. Going back to his lodgings did not cheer him up. His father had so little money to spare that Albert had been found room in one of the poorest quarters of Munich. So basically his life at childhood is full of struggle. So as his father was not that young or rich man, he has little money to spare on his studies, and therefore he just afford a room of Munich. He did not mind the bad food and lack of comfort or even the dirt and the squalor, but he hated the atmosphere of slum violence. Okay, mark this thing, what he hates and what with he is comfortable with. Okay, so underline these points little bit where the MCQs can form, and you can make your answer with the questions given to you. His landlady beat her children regularly, and every Saturday her husband came drunk and beat her. Okay, but at least you have a room of your own, which is more than I can say, said Yuri when he called round in the evening. At least you live among civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students, said Albert. They are not all civilized, Yuri replied. So what is, we are talking about, that Albert is not anywhere, uncomfortable with the fact that he is poor, but he is uncomfortable with the fact that when he sees people fighting with each other. So basically he doesn't like violence, and therefore he was uncomfortable where he was living. They are not all civilized, Yuri replied. Did you not hear that one of them was killed last week in a duel? And what happens to the one who killed him? Nothing, of course. He is even proud of it. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. He is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. Ugh, exclaimed Albert. And these are the students. Well, you will be a student one day, said Yuri. I doubt it, said Albert glumly. I don't think I will ever pass the exams for the school's diploma. He told his cousin Elsa the same next time she came to Munich. Normally she lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. I'm sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried, she said. I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are who get through. They say you don't have to know anything, you don't have to understand what you are taught, just be able to repeat it in the exams. So basically her friend is there to guide him, to support him, to motivate him, and therefore friends are meant to be doing the same thing. Like we always expect to have a friend which always support us, admire us, always there as a holding back of us. Okay, and similarly the Elsa, friend of Albert, is doing the same with her. She just guided him that how he can score well, and whatever the problem Albert is facing. Okay, that's the whole trouble, said Albert. But that's the point, that he just not take studies as the other students take, like just memorizing just to get good marks. He doesn't think or seem to be having study like this. Okay, I'm not I'm no good at learning things by heart. You don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. You just don't try. And yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa. What is the one you are reading? A book on geology? Geology. Rocks and things. Do you learn that? No, we have hardly any science at school. Then why are you studying it? Because I like it. Isn't it that a good enough reason? Else shied. You are right, of course, Albert, she said, but it won't help with your diploma. So basically, this is highlighting the true nature of education. What is the perspective of the people regarding the education? Education, according to the people now and previously, is just that having good marks and nothing else. They do not emphasize that education supports the mental, mentality of the people and also the social behavior. Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. That wailing gets on my nerves, she said. There's enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl. Okay, but he decided it was better to say nothing. Okay, so this time he just found himself aback and he said, now I'm not going to say anything, as he has done with the teacher. He argued with the teacher, but this time he is not ready to argue with the landlady. So he just decided to keep his mouth shut and not being argue with the lady. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. I must get away from here, he told Yuri after 6 months alone in Munich. It is absurd that I should go on like this. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. It will be better for all if I stop now. Okay? I don't know. If I go to Milan, I'm afraid my father will send me back. Unless his eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? I know a lot of medical students and some of them are friendly, said Yuri. Doctor, no, I have never had enough money to go to one. Why? Suppose, said Albert, that I had a nervous breakdown. Suppose a doctor would say it's bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. I can't imagine a doctor saying that, said Yuri. I must try, said Albert, to find a doctor who specializes in nerves. There are plenty of them, Yuri told him. He hesitated for a moment and then added rather reluctantly, I will ask some of the students if they know one of you, if you like. Will you? Oh, thank you, Yuri. Albert's eyes were shining. Wait a moment, I haven't found one yet. Oh, but you will. And if I do, I don't know. If he will be willing to help you, he will, declared Albert. I'm going to have real nervous breakdown to make it easier for me, he laughed merrily. I have never seen you looking less nervous, remarked Yuri. So we keep it till here, and rest of the portion we will deal in the next part. Hope you like the explanation, and if not, then you can ask your doubts in the comment section, and I will try to improve myself in the next part of the video. Thank you. Like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you very much.